So, believing that my life had some type of impact, it's imperative that I share my story with you to let you know how I got to today, why I'm qualified. Outside of the fact that God gives me those qualifications, I just read them to you in the introduction with Galatians and John. So, my story begins November 2003 with the birth of my daughter, Saya. Don't be offended by this picture, it definitely has purpose. As a licensed certified home care provider in Ohio, I felt like I was a member of many villages raising children. 25 years young, I was confident I had experienced love, been in love, couldn't be told anything different. On October 31st, which was my 40th week checkup, my baby was due November 6th. So this was the last week, I had to go back to work tomorrow. My last day was scheduled for November 3rd. When I went in for my 40th week checkup, my blood pressure was 161 over 110, and I was diagnosed to be preeclamptic after having 120 over 80 blood pressure the entire pregnancy. I would not be going home on this day, and I was mortified. I was going to be on unpaid maternity leave. I was 25 years old, so I was used to the decisions in my life only affecting me. Um, when I got admitted, I'm not in much pain. However, after day two of being induced and in labor, I was tired. My soul was tired. I remember closing my eyes and just praying. I was so obese, they wanted to give me a PIC line because my veins had blown. My mother was an RN or is an RN, and she was so torn emotionally between what what was medically decent for me and what I wanted to do as far as trying to be supportive for me because I wanted to be a super mom and do all of this naturally. I'm scared of needles. It was just so many things that were going on. I remember hearing a voice tell me, I've been waiting on you. I can do this. It's dragging out, Karita, because you want to do it your way. I'm waiting on you. So when I put on the music that I had brought with me, I brought a CD, Donnie McClurkin, and one of my favorite songs came on, I'll Trust You. And within an hour, the surgical team came in and decided they were doing an emergency cesarean. At this point, I was feeling betrayed by God because it was like, not only am I not having it naturally, now you've considered it an emergency. What happened to my plans? So God, through his laughter about my plans, just kind of went on about the way because I had to surrender. It didn't matter what I felt, I had to surrender. And I gave birth to an amazing, healthy baby girl. After I gave birth, the surgeon looked at me. We started surgery at about 7:30. I remember my mom saying something about 11, and I thought I had passed out, and they were doing surgery for 4 hours, and I knew a cesarean didn't take 4 hours. And then the doctor asked me if I believed in God, and I said, absolutely. Why? And he said, well, very good, because that's who delivered your child. If we had done this your way, I'm not sure it would have been such a great outcome. And then he went on to tell me, you gave birth to an amazing 11-pound, 9.5 ounce, 19 and 3/4 inch baby girl.